YouTube! This is Breckie from Breckie Writes, and this is Breckie Reads. It is time for the Outlander book tag. The Outlander book tag was started by Sasha from A-Booktopia. I will link her original video down in the description. You should go and check it out. True confession, I am an Outlander fan. I have read The Outlander, the first book in the series, probably half a dozen times. I think that this is one of the best historical romance action novels I have ever read. I think I was probably a senior in high school the first time I read this, and I enjoyed it. Clearly, I've had it for a while, and I actually got the original cover with like the romancy cover from my aunt way back in the day. This has been a long time ago, so I've reread this one a lot. Now I have only read the second and third books in the series, and a long time ago, I really don't know what happened. Part of the reason I haven't finished the series, and I probably won't continue to watch the TV show, is that I am a member of Clan McGilvery, and if you know what happens in the Battle of Culloden, Clan McGilvery, we die a lot. And so I have a lot of like emotional attachment to the Jacobite Uprising. My father's family is Norwegian, which is where I get Breckie from, but my mother's family are all McGilverys who immigrated to the United States after the Jacobite Uprising because, you know, Alexander McGilvery was killed, and if you ever go to the Culloden battlefield, the Well of the Dead is full of McGilvery men who died and were essentially butchered on the battlefield by the English army. So, I've only read the first book, I mean, with any conscious remembering of it, and I'm not really sure how I'm gonna feel about the TV show. Y'all who love the show, you should just tell me if I should watch it, and if I'm gonna have a lot of feels about my family stuff. Anyway, I love everything to do with Scotland and bagpipes and tartan, and I was a Highland dancer once upon a time. That's another video for another time. If you know what Highland dancing is, let me know in the comments, because I'd love to find other people who did what I did, because yeah. Alright, question number 1. You touch some standing stones and get transported back in time. Ooh. Where would you hope to land? So I have been listening to a lot of Hamilton, the new hip-hop musical by Lin-Manuel Miranda, and I think I would want to go to the American Revolution. Like, I think I'd want to go to that time, I'd want to go to New York.
As we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and if I meet Thomas Jefferson, I'm going to compel him to include women in the sequel. Work!
Yeah, I'm a historian, and the time period with which I focused when I was an undergrad was the colonial and revolutionary period of American history. So yeah, I would love to go see the American Revolution. Preferably like not in any battles locations, because medicine in the 1700s, as you know if you've read or seen Outlander, was not good. It was not. No. Question number 2. Claire is a good nurse. What type of skill would you want to have that a fictional character excels at? Well, I thought about like magic or time travel, but honestly, if I was gonna have a skill that I could use in like my real life, I would totally want to be Cress, because Cress is a genius hacker computer whiz, and that would be really helpful in my life. So yes, if I was gonna magically give myself a skill, I would totally hack all the systems. Maybe not hack, I would just know how to use all of my technology, because I'm hopeless. Question number 3. Jamie and Claire have ultimate relationship goals. Who is your favorite fictional couple? Aside from Elizabeth and Darcy from Pride and Prejudice, who are 2 of my favorite people and one of my favorite couples always, I probably would go with Matthew Claremont and Diana Bishop in Discovery of Witches. I love this trilogy and I really love their relationship. There are some significant problems. Matthew, being a vampire, is very protective. Diana, being a 21st century woman, is very like, get out of my business. But they figure out a way to make things work. They complement each other. They learn to shift their boundaries as necessary, and there's a lot of compromise, and that is very real. And also a lot of passion. Lots and lots of passion, and that would be awesome. Question number 4. The end of Outlander is shocking. What is one book that totally blew your mind? The end of Outlander is pretty shocking on a host of levels, like very shocking, but in a very different way. I would say The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I read it several years ago, and I know some people can see this coming, but I didn't see it coming at all. Like, nope, nope, nope. Totally shocked me. Totally shocked me. Question number 5. Scotland has lots of castles which they visit in Outlander. What fictional kingdom would you want to own? If I could just have a castle, I don't really care about a kingdom. I don't need to rule anybody, but if I could have a castle, I want Hogwarts. I will keep it as a school, don't worry, like we can still have the houses or whatever, but I just really want Hogwarts. I want the moving staircase and the paintings that talk to you and all the secret places and Dumbledore's study. Yes, Hogwarts, totally. Question number 6 is, Outlander has some very steamy scenes. What is your favorite romance novel? So truth be told, I don't really read a lot of strictly romance novels, but if we're going for books with steamy scenes and some good romance, I would say a surprise submission would be Uprooted. There are 2 very steamy moments in Uprooted, but if you're looking for something a little bit more traditional that has a lot more passion overall and probably would be considered more romance-y, I'm gonna go with the Discovery of Witches trilogy, especially book number 2, Shadow of Night. Yes, if you are a fan of Outlander in that respect, book number 2 will not disappoint. Just gonna throw that out there. Question number 7 is, the Jacobite Rising is a huge plot point in the Outlander series. Yes, yes it is. What book has your favorite battle scenes? There were several books that I thought of for this, but I'm gonna go with Blood and Starlight from the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series. Really, throughout the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series, there are some really epic battle scenes with the angels and Chimera and the Hamsa magic and the flying. There's just some really interesting battles that go on and strategic planning and things like that. Now, I don't really read war books generally, so I might be missing out, but yeah, I think that there are some really, really great battle scenes in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy, definitely. Question number 8 is, Jamie and Claire get married unexpectedly. What fictional character would you marry on a whim? I mean, you know, Jamie Fraser. Who doesn't love Jamie Fraser? Aside from the fact that he has a little bit of a temper that he needs to work on, he's pretty much wonderful. But if we don't count actual Outlander characters, and because Jamie and Claire are already together, I am gonna go for a side character in the Discovery of Witches trilogy, and that is Gallowglass. He just seems jolly and wonderful and loyal and cute, probably, and just my speed, kind of laid back, sort of chill dude. I really love Gallowglass, and I hope that we get some more stories about him, because I love him. He's great. Question number 9 is, Scotland is a beautiful place. It definitely is. You should go. What is one fictional place that you would like to visit? Well, aside from Hogwarts, I mean, I feel like I could have given Harry Potter answers for all of these. I am going to go with the Old Kingdom from the Sabriel series. Now, this has to be after Abhersen, like, what's going on during this book? I don't want to live there. And what's going on during Lyriel and Abhersen? I don't think I'd want to visit either. But after that, after we solve all the things, I would want to go. Because there's magic and there's necromancy. There's sort of this modern things going on across the wall. It just seems like a cool place. I would want to visit there. Question number 10. If you could change the past, would you? I don't know. I don't necessarily believe that everything happens for a reason. I'm trained as a historian, and so I know that things often happen because of cause and effect, although there's plenty of random violence and things like cancer that exist in the world. I do know that the things that happen to us as individuals shape us into who we are, and I kind of like who I am, so I don't think I would necessarily change my past. But I also know there's been a lot of needless suffering in the world, and if I could change some of that, to take away, to alleviate some of that suffering, would I? Probably. I don't know. I would definitely have to think about that. And number 11 would be to tag someone. I am going to tag Jacob Tanner, Vienna Waits Books, and Fred Weasley Died Laughing. I really hope that y'all like this book tag. You don't have to have read Outlander to do the book tag, so don't feel like you need to be familiar with the books or the TV show. Also, if you haven't been tagged and you want to do this tag, boom! Consider yourself tagged. I would love to know if any of you have read Outlander, or if you've only read the first one and didn't continue with this series. I know that, like, I have zero interest in reading the, like, 12 books that have come out in this series since. It's just way too overwhelming for me. I have watched most of the first season of the show, although I haven't seen, like, the last 4 or 5 episodes, because I know what's gonna happen and I don't really want to watch it, because I'm a little bit squeamish, if I'm being honest. So let me know if you've watched the show, what you think of it. I would be curious to get some of your feedback. Hope you guys are doing well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!